Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to the fourth day of Christmas at the Smart Woodshop. I've chosen 12 perfect gifts for the woodworker in your life. Today's gift is very simple, but a must. Spring punch. This spring punch has a skinny end and a fatter end. When you're nailing up trim, those finish nails sometimes don't set all the way. And for years and years, I use a standard punch and a hammer. And you know, when you tap on those, if they slip off, they can widen the hole a bit. Not the end of the world, but you'd like to avoid that. Probably 15, 20 years ago, on one of the houses we were building, the painter that was doing the work, his painters were going around and prepping the trim for spray. And I noticed one of the painters had a spring punch and he was setting a finish nail, you know, getting it set up to put the putty in the hole. And I went over and I said, "What's that?" And he showed me. And I had never seen one. And I asked him why he didn't use a hammer and a regular punch. And he said, "Oh, John doesn't let us do those because we can damage the trim or hit the door with the hammer. So these work better, and this is he gives us all one of these." Well, immediately I got some of these for myself, and I use them exclusively now for setting finish nails. And again, if the nail doesn't quite sit, you just put the tip, whichever one, the bigger nail or smaller nail, and you just pull on the spring and it drives it in. I got the kit when I got this. Again, I learned from the painter. All of our doors we were doing our houses were big 8-foot solid core doors, not those hollow cores. So they were heavy and they were all sprayed. So we would go in and hang all the doors, case all the doors, and then the painters would come in and do all the prep. And again, they needed to remove the hinge pins to pull the doors off. And then of course, after that, they unscrewed all of the hinges, put them in a box, they're labeling, that whole system. But they were set up to spray the doors and to spray the jambs. And to remove those pins, again, I would use a nail set and a hammer and tap them out. But they had this set, and this one is to drive out hinge pins. And again, instead of having the hammer and tapping it up and possibly slipping and hitting your door, it's hard to do any damage with that. This comes as a pair for $14, and I guarantee you they'll fit perfectly in your favorite carpenter's apron. I have these in Ron's store at thesmartwoodshop.com, but I will also put a direct link to them, an Amazon affiliate link, in the description of this video down below. Be sure to swing by the Smart Woodshop tomorrow for the 5th day of Christmas. Merry Christmas!